Listen, man, I've been waiting. I've been waiting to talk about this greatness, bro. Y'all already know that the greatness has been waiting to be talked about, bro. So we're here. We're here to talk about the awesome sauce, man, and I'm ready, bro. I'm ready to talk about greatness, baby. And so on, I'm getting accustomed to this new thing right quick. Come on, yep. Bro, I'm ready, man. What is going on, coach? Look, bro, I'm over here. I'm battling Shiryu of the Rain, man. He keeps taking my mouse and putting it somewhere else. There we go. That looks better. There we go. We're in like somewhere, man. Dude, I hope everybody's doing good, man. I've been waiting to talk about this week's chapter of the best-selling manga in history, bro. From the moment that I read it, I knew it was going to be a banger. But or I should say, from the moment that I read it, I knew it was a banger. But after reading it a few times, and after discussing it a few times, I truly do think that this is worthy of being, at the very least, one of the best chapters that has been released this year, man. And it's not just because I'm a tard of Mr. Z. No, I genuinely do think that it is one of the best chapters of the year, man. No bias. I mean, it's not some bias. You know what I'm saying? Some bias. But yeah, man, it's really dope, bro. I've spent the past couple of days just trying to think about whether I should do this in one big video or one big stream, or if I wanted to split it up, because there was just so much to talk about with each individual thing. With the beginning with Mihawk and Perona, and thanks to y'all in the comments letting me know that they were talking about the abolishment of the Shichibukai system. That's a whole discussion in of itself. Everything from the moment that we saw Gecko Moria until we saw Blackbeard, I could talk about that for like an hour. You know what I'm saying, man? So that could have been a discussion in of itself. And then, of course, getting into Wano Act 2. So this could have been 3 different videos, but I decided, you know what? Let's do an afterthoughts and let's go ahead and just talk about it, because I want to see what y'all are saying. And I think that if I get enough, because I'm still in the beginning stages, I started writing a script. Oh my god, I know, right? King Recon writing a script. But legit, I started writing a script for a video talking about what happened on the 4th day of the Reverie. But I'm still in the beginning of stages. All I have is the beginning, middle, and end of how I think it went, and then I'm trying to think of other things for it. But if you see that video later on in the week, just know that it was it came from there, man. But absolute greatness, bro. Absolute greatness, man. We'll see what happens. We're definitely gonna talk about this chapter. I'm glad to see so many of y'all coming in to tune in right now, man. Only 4 minutes after going live. As you can tell, I'm going from a different angle this time. I have my setup right here on my desk, so it makes it much easier for me. I don't have to destroy my back. You know what I'm saying? I can just chill, relax, sit back in the chair with my man Blackbeard, bro. But listen, man, I want everybody to do me a huge favor, man. If you're not on your phone, because if you're on your phone, then you can't do it. But if you're not on your phone, bro, I'm gonna post a link in the chat right quick, bro, and I want y'all to listen to this, man. I want y'all to listen to this, bro. Because usually for afterthoughts, we go in order. You know what I'm saying, man? We go in order. We talk about the chapter as in the order that it was that the chapter went in. You know, we usually talk about it in chronological order. But today we can't do that, coach. Today we're gonna be talking about this greatness right here, man. I just posted the link in the chat, but for anybody that can click on that, please do, coach, because I'm about to start playing it right now, man. Listen, bro. Listen to me, man. I'm about to play it right now in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Bro, listen to me. Yo, and the crazy thing about it is that the last episode of the anime, the Carrot episode, the one before this week's, started playing this theme, and it caught me off guard. I was like, "Whoa!" But it's just they had a premonition. They had a premonition that the goat himself would be appearing in this week's chapter, bro. That he'll be appearing in this week's chapter, man. We gotta talk about Blackbeard first, bro. We gotta talk about Blackbeard first, man. With absolutely no question. But yeah, man, it's good seeing a lot of y'all in here, bro. Let me go ahead and look at the comments real fast. Yo, what's going on, Money Marsh, man? I see Hazzy Devil in here. Yo, what's going on, Morgan, bro? You see Joy Boy, Jose was man, Enigma, Jet the God, Commando was good command, bro. Let me see Horace. Let me see. Yo, what's going on, Mickey Me? What's going on, yo? We got Zodiac Hollow. Yo, what's going on, Zodiac Hollow, bro? We got Joey G with that. I always look at that awesome Karavika picture, man. I'm looking forward to talking about Hunter x Hunter tomorrow. Yo, Enigma says I can see the Toriko greatness behind you, man. You already know, bro. I got greatness right here, man. I got a mix of greatness. I got the best-selling manga in history. I got the entirety of Bakuman right here. If you guys ever read Bakuman, really, really good series. And then I got Toriko right here, Neverland right there, and Hunter x Hunter right there. And then I got the really nice One Piece poster. But that's just what I got right there, man. That way, when somebody comes into the crib and they're like, man, what is that right there, bro? And I can tell them, like, which one? Which one do you want to know about first? You know what I'm saying? And then I got my Bleach greatness down there in Berserk and whatnot, but I got those right there. Let me see. Yo, Michael Mickles, what's good, man? What's good, yo? Badger, what's good, Badger? What's good? Yo, shout out to Badger. Well, honestly, shout out to Badger and anybody else who his Badger was telling me how he's up right now at 3 a.m. to talk about some greatness, man. So shout out to Badger. Shout out to Badger and anybody else who's doing that too. I really do appreciate the sacrifices because that's crazy, man. I know how that is, man. So I definitely do appreciate the sacrifice to make it in here. Yo, what's going on, Modi, bro? What's good, man? Yo, you already know Mickey Me. You already know. You got the Blackbeard greatness. The Blackbeard greatness. Yo, shout out to a super chat from my boy B Wizzle TV. What's going on, B Wizzle TV? King, I want to send you a Funko Pop. Do you have a PO box, bro? You might have to send it to me. You might have to send it my way, bro. But quick question, man. Which Funko we sending, bro? Are we sending Dofi? Sanji? We send it, bro. We send it. Yeah, man, just hit me up, man. Just hit me up in the Discord or whatever. We could definitely get something going. But thanks a lot, man, for the super chat, bro. I really do appreciate it, dog. I really do appreciate it, yo. Let me see. As he says, your boy Blackbeard and his crew are loaded. Yeah, man, no question, bro. No, at this point, where the Blackbeard pirates are, by the time that the series ends, or by the time that we actually get to the battle between the Strides and the Blackbeard pirates, it's gonna be madness, man. Because at this point, based off of what they said in this chapter, Shiryu just got this. All right. So he's in the beginning of stages of utilizing the clear fruit. So I'm scared for whenever he actually manages to realize how to actually use this to its fullest potential, man. Not only that, but I saw an interesting comment saying that Shiryu, because you know how all of us expected Shiryu to have the diamond fruit. Some people in my comment section were letting me know that what about if Shiryu took the fruit and or took the diamond fruit, but then actually applied it to his blade, to the sword itself. And I was like, that is an interesting concept. So he himself has the invisibility fruit, and his blade has the diamond fruit. And I found that to be fascinating. I was like, okay, I'm with it, coach. I'm with it. I like that theory a lot. Yo, what's up, Solar Glitch, man? What's good? What's going on, yo? Let me see. Yo, Mac 10. What's good, man? What's good? Yo, what's going on, Domino D? Let me see, 408 here in Italy. Yo, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, yo. I'm stressing, man. That's a 4 a.m. dog. Shout out to y'all, man. I really, really do appreciate it. Like from the bottom of my heart, bro. I really do appreciate it, man. But it's all in good love to talk about the best-selling manga in history, man. Sleep is for the weak, and your man Recon is on. I appreciate that, Hazy, bro. I remember me and my friend, we always bring it up. We listened to Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher, and I remember one time he said something along the lines of sleep is for those people who are broke. And I was like, well, if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? If that's the case, bro, we knocking out here. But I've for some reason I've always kept that in mind whenever somebody says sleep is for the weak. Like that was such a powerful statement. Like that man says sleep is for those people who are broke, and I was like, wow, damn. Like you know, so that pierced the soul right there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd never heard anybody say that before in my life. Let me see. Yo, I appreciate that, Max. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much, bro. It was a lot of fun, man. That chapter, like I said in the video, it's something that I've been waiting for a long time. For those of you who've been here for a long time, and you know how I feel about Blackbeard, bro. I mean, there's just something about that dude. There's just something about Marshall Teach that no matter what happens, when he is involved in the story, everything that just revolves around him at the point in time, my attention, even more than usual, is on the subject at hand more than 1010%. I mean, listen to me, yo. You can look back as far as his initial introduction. You can look far as back as whenever he was first mentioned. And every time this man Blackbeard is introduced, you know some stuff's about to go down. Or every single time he's brought up into the story, you know something's about to go down. I'll never forget when first going through that portion Impel Down, when this man popped up in Impel Down, yo. And Impel Down in of itself was already an insane arc, but when he popped up, I mean, don't even get started. Don't even get started, man. And then one of the best chapters in the entire series, Shanks stopping the war, while at the same time having Blackbeard face to face, bro. I mean, that's such a good chapter, man. But every time this man is involved in the story, it's always greatness. And from his initial introduction, I always loved the dude. And here we are looking at him post time skip for the first time, having his nice braids, bro, looking like the actual Blackbeard. And I just love how Oda did that entire double page spread, because not only is it Blackbeard, and not only is it Blackbeard being GOAT, like not only just Blackbeard just ha-haing all over the place. Man's just partying. He's going in like somewhere. I remember Michael Mickles posted a really, really funny comment. I was dying, man. Michael Mickles said that Blackbeard has 2 devil fruits, and this man's out here rocking guns. Like you know you're a G. You know you are truly a GOAT when you're rocking the Quake fruit and the Darkness fruit, and you're still rocking pistols, man. Like this man is rocking around 3 pistols, bro, ready to go in at any time, ready to just pop off at any time. And this man has 2 fruits. One of them in his Quake fruit, with him just laughing, is causing the entire area to just like, what can you imagine? Like, you imagine somebody laughing, and them laughing causes a quake? That's the GOAT right there, bro. That's the GOAT right there, man. That is incredible. Let me see. Yes, absolutely. Max is saying that the 9-tailed fox is dangerous. Let me tell you something, man. When it comes to Katarina's fruit, I think one of the things that, imagine a scenario like this. Imagine a scenario later on the line, and I feel like this is for Shiryu too. But let's talk about Katarina first. Just imagine a scenario later on the line where Katarina Devon actually disguises herself as somebody that we know, and we don't know for quite some time. So you know how a popular theory in the community is that Blackbeard will capture Robin, right? That's been a theory that's been going on since friggin' the time skip. Like it's been a theory that's been in there for a long time. So just basing it off of that, right? Just imagine that as an example. Like, we think that Robin is with us, and in some chapter in post Wano, we just see like Robin like sneaking off into the back of a certain house, and and we find out it was actually Katarina Devon. And it's situations like that and thoughts like that that really make Katarina very interesting. And where Oda's going to take that fruit, very interesting, because she could transform into anybody, man, and also mimic the voice. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be spooky. That's going to be spooky, man. Like, I'm going to have an eye out the entire series now until the Blackbeard Pirates show up again saying, is that Katarina Devon? Is that Katarina Devon? Like, legit, man. I'm going to be out here like I am right now in Hunter x Hunter. Like, looking at dudes, seeing which one is Hisoka, bro. I'm like, all right, man, is this Katarina? Is this Katarina? Like, so we'll see what happens. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun trying to figure out who it is. Because I know Oda has to be going through something like that. In order for him to introduce Katarina having that fruit and showing the transformation ability first, that means he's got to introduce that concept again, man. He's got to introduce it in a really, really shocking way. So I can't wait for that. Now, listen, bro. When it comes to Shiryu, can you imagine a scenario where, let's just say the Blackbeard Pirates are showing up in Wano. Can you imagine a scenario, bro, where the Blackbeard or the Blackbeard Pirates invade, but the first one that we see arrive is Shiryu? And because of the chaos that's going on in Wano, and because I'm going to assume that Observation Haki can see through the clear fruit to a certain extent, but I'm not sure like how much, but regardless, anyway. Imagine that he pops up in the middle of all the chaos, in the middle of everyone going up in like swimwear, like right at the point of the climax of Wano. And we just see Shiryu pop off in the middle of all of that. Like he was just waiting to show up, bro. We just see him uncover the invisibility fruit, and right there in the middle, like, bro, it's scenarios like that make those two reveals much better for me. Like it amplifies the fact that Blackbeard is already here, like by tenfold, because not only is Blackbeard here, but now with Oda introducing him before we get into the climax of Wano, I mean, hell, he introduced him at the end of Act 1, going into Act 2. So he obviously has something planned for what's going to happen either in Wano or post-Wano with Blackbeard. And it has to be with that. There's no way he's introducing Shiryu's fruit or Katarina's fruit, not utilizing one of them in one of those scenarios. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to seeing how that happens. But by God, man. By God, bro. It's going to be crazy. Naruto was confirmed dead in this chapter. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Joyboy says Team Blackbeard or Team Dragon. In the words of my boy King of Lightning, man. Team Blackbeard all day, every day, 365, 24/7. Team Blackbeard all day, bro. I love me some Dragon. Don't get me wrong. But that's Blackbeard, bro. That's Kudo Hige, man. That's Kudo Hige. Let me see. Do you think Zoro is as strong as Luffy in the circle? We'll see some Zoro goodness for sure. I don't think Zoro is as strong as Luffy, but he's definitely in the same tier, no question. But I still think Luffy's stronger than him. But it's not like that far off. It's pretty close. Let me see right here. The special equivalent of Mihawk's little dagger. Yeah, that might be a shoot. That might be a shoot, yeah. Actually, no, that is a hard shoot. That is a hard shoot. Yeah, what's going on, Icy? Guys, I can't wait to Usopp versus the sniper dude. Oh, versus Von Augur? Oh man, you're telling me, dude. I played Call of Duty for years. I mean, I still play it, but especially like in its heyday, and back in Modern Warfare 2, and back when quick scoping was a thing. So even back then, man, we were all saying especially me telling other people in the community, like, yo, I can't wait for Usopp to start quick scoping dudes. And then we'll just start having the conversation of Von Augur versus Usopp in terms of like that big massive snuff battle they're gonna have. They're gonna be like kilometers away from each other. Just bah, bah, bah. I can't wait for that chapter, bro. That's gonna be sick. That's gonna be really nice. Yeah, Joyboy brings up an interesting question, saying, I wonder who had Katarina's fruit. That's interesting, man. Because they had to have come from somewhere. These dudes are out here devil fruit hunting, obviously, and they have to take out whoever it is that they're taking out for that to happen. But that is interesting. I wonder who did have, because that is a mythical fruit, man. You know, the nine-tailed fox is a mythical fruit, no question. And And it does make you think, like you said, who was the one that had it beforehand. But yeah, man, let's go into the page itself, the Blackbeard page, because I want to talk about this page real quick, because there's a lot to infer from this page, and then we can go back to the beginning and go into it. So obviously, the very first thing that comes into mind, bro, listen, man. Not only does this man bring back Blackbeard, but then he says the very first thing that he says, bro, the fourth day of the Reverie, the captains of the Rev army busted. They didn't just walk up in there, bro. I'm talking, they came in like Stone Cold Steve Austin, man. I mean, they busted into the sacred Marijoa to rescue Kuma, bro. And they clashed with Navy Admirals Ryukyu and Fujitora in the process. There was a comment that I read that made me look at that entire scenario differently, but in a good way. The comment stated that what Blackbeard says is that the Rev Army commanders were the ones that clashed with Green Bull and Fujitora. And immediately when he said that, I was like, yo, that is mad hype on the Rev commanders. That is telling me that the Rev commanders and the admirals, like, at the very least, Oda's implying that the Rev commanders and the admirals had some sort of skirmish, which telling me that the Rev commanders can hold their own against admirals. I mean, we already saw with Sabo and Fujitora back in Dressrosa, but the other ones keeping up. I mean, I know it's 4 against 2, but really, these are admirals. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hold the admirals to very high regard. So for me to see that comment and be like, and they really think about it and say, dang, bro, the Rev Army and the Rev Army commanders and 2 admirals? Because at first I was like, okay, it was Dragon in the Rev Army. But when I really thought about it and I came back and looked at the page, I was like, yo, there's no Dragon in sight. Which is why I want to make that video, by the way. The 4th day of the Reverie video. Because I want to talk about what Dragon's up to, man. Because I have a feeling. Bro. I have a feeling. But we'll get to it. We'll get to it. But what did y'all think about that, man? Because I know that a couple of people were pretty heated on the fact that it was off-screened, but I don't think it's off-screened. You know what I'm saying? I think that eventually, how do I put this? I guess I'll talk about it if I do end up making that video, but just in case I don't make that video, I just want to say this. I don't think that it's off-screened because I feel like Oda is going to, whether it's post-Wano or whenever we see the topic of the abolishment of Chichibukai brought up again, I feel like at that point in time, we're going to get a flashback to Fujitora bringing it up in the Reverie, and then we're going to see that clash, and then at the same time, we're going to see what Dragon is up to, and that's going to be another revelation right there. So I don't think that it's off-screened in terms of the clash. Now, a full-scale battle, I'm not sure if Oda wants to do that, but I do think he's going to eventually show it, no question. Let me see. But before I go into the second part, let me see what y'all are saying right here in the comments. Yo, Kogami, what's good? He says, I'm scared of Shiryu, man. I am too. And, you know, I've always been in terms of his potential and what he can do. Yo, and by the way, guys, did you guys notice, speaking of Shiryu, that Oda decided to put the 2 swordsmen that we've always associated Zoro with in this one chapter, seeing them again? Not only that, but I'm assuming that Zoro's going to fight King, right? King the Wildfire. Yeah, bro, that's such a beast name, man. King the Wildfire. I'm assuming, just based off of the blade. I mean, my man is rocking some Sephiroth. I mean, it can't be Sephiroth because he has Sephiroth has 1 wing. This man has 2. But, you know, he's rocking some mythical wings back there. I mean, looking sick. King the Wildfire, bro. I'm on for Queen the Plague, too, dog. Don't get me wrong. That's a beast name. Queen the Plague. And it's a really cool design as well. But 3 swordsmen that I think are going to... that we associate with Zoro in some way, shape, or form. Like with Mihawk, of course, in the beginning of the series, Shiryu, which we assume is going to be we assumed for a long time was the one that Zoro was going to defeat and become the world's greatest swordsman, or the world's strongest swordsman. And then and then King, which if he takes him out, he's definitely going to be higher up on the totem pole for sure, man. I mean, we're talking about what is in King. The number 2 to Kaido, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to seeing what King the Wildfire's bounty is, by the way, man. That's going to be interesting. And not only his, but Marco's as well. And Ben Beckman's. I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of the commanders in terms of theirs, because I know that we saw Jax. Jax is exactly a bill, and then Katakuri's was a bill 57, but I just think that was Oda trying to one up Luffy with the 56 being Gomu Gomu and the 57 being the one up. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing what the other commanders and their bounties are, because just knowing what Blackbeard's bounty is now with 2,247,600,000, it really does make you think. In terms of the commanders, does that mean that the other commanders have their bounties about lower than Luffy's? In terms of, like, let's just say King the Wildfires is like 1.4 bill, or like 1.45 bill, or 1.35 bill, or something like that. Is that like a safe assumption? Because if that's a safe assumption, I want to see what Marco and Ben Beckman are worth. Because obviously, I think that Shanks is a pretty high bounty, and I think that Blackbeard, just based off of this, actually might be either his first or second bounty. Because if we can go back and see, after he disrupted everything in Marineford, and at that time he didn't even have a bounty. So if during the time skip, this man Blackbeard got a bounty, let's just say during the Payback War or whatever the case may be, and his first bounty was like Luffy's or whatever, or maybe this is his very first bounty, it hasn't moved since. I don't know, man. But what I do know is that Blackbeard is fresh into the bounty game, and it's this high, 2.2, right? So I want to know, because I don't think that they would have a commander of another crew above a Yonko, or you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I really am curious on what the bounties of the other commanders is going to be. But regardless, I just thought that's an interesting thing to think, man. It really is. And when you look at King, when you look at Ben Beckman, when you look at Marco, even looking back at Rayleigh, with Roger, like how highs were there. And I guess that it also has to do with who it is. Because, bro, if it's Rayleigh, if it's Dark King Rayleigh, this man was the right hand man to Roger, the Pirate King, then obviously it's going to be higher. But it's certain, whatever, man, whatever. We'll see what happens, Coach. We'll see what happens. Yo, what's going on, lads, man? This man said, good evening, folks. I come from a black organization. Recon Netflix got Ava? Recon Netflix got Ava? As in the actual Eva? The 26th episode original Eva? Not no rebuilt. I mean, that's a different discussion. It's great for animation. It's a Sakuga fest. But in terms to the original source material, I mean, I'm looking forward to 4.44 a lot, or 4.0, whatever the hell, a lot. But the original is and freaking the end of Evangelion. If they have that on Netflix, bro, not screw it, man. If they have the movies too, I don't care. Put them on there, man. I know more people to get into the greatness. Yo, what's going on, Sam the man, bro? What's good? Let me see. Solar says you have thoughts on who has the highest bounty out of all the Yonkos, since Oda revealed the weakest bounties is the weakest Yonko's bounty first. I think that the one with the highest bounty right now, I'm gonna go with Shanks, but it would not surprise me if it was Kaido. But at the same time, I kind of feel like I have to go with Shanks, because just knowing how Oda likes to do things, he always like to one-up himself every single time he reveals something. So if we see Kaido's bounty this arc and Big Mom's this arc, then I have to assume that Shanks is higher than theirs, just based on that. You know what I'm saying? Just based on the fact that he always, as a storyteller, you always want to warm up yourself when it comes to revealing something else to make it more hype, right? So I'm going to assume it's Shanks, but like I said, it would not surprise me if it was. But at the same time, I don't know, because with Kaido, the man's already been captured. But also at the same time, that might make him more dangerous, and the fact that they keep capturing him, but they can't kill the man, So There's a couple things, and then Big Mom in of herself is a really really interesting dilemma because I feel like in terms of all of them, I mean we know how dangerous, quote unquote, Kaido and Shanks can be in terms of how they are. But I don't see Shanks as somebody that's going to go to a random territory and just start going ham. Kaido just seems like he's just chilling here in Wano. But Big Mom, she has everything running in the underground like she's another Dofi. I mean, I'd probably say like a instead of like another Dofi, it'd be more like having the information of somebody like a Dofi, or having the information of everything going on in the underground. And to me, that's dangerous, man. Knowledge is power. So Big Mom can have a really, really high bounty as well. But regardless, I'm gonna go with Shanks, man. I'm gonna go with Shanks. Let me see. Michael Mickle says, "I don't mind it. I don't mind it being off screen. The scale of such a fight would deserve too many chapters." That is also true, Michael Mickles. That is also very true. It would be the same thing of like back when for Akainu versus Aokiji. Like I feel like a battle like that deserves in a movie in of itself. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm looking forward to seeing how Oda decides to handle what happened in in that entire battle. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. But I'm with you in terms of if I never get to see it, I know that Oda's gonna go about it in a way where I'm gonna be like, all right, the aftermath of it is really what matters here. But still, deep inside, I still wish that that I could have seen freaking Green Bull in action. Which also, if Oda doesn't decide to show us that immediately, maybe it's because he's saving Green Bull for something else. Let me see. I don't mind it being off screen. Seeing every single major event in One Piece makes the world feel smaller, in my opinion. That's an interesting comment, Razor Edge. That's a very interesting comment. Let me see. Yo, what's going on the best-selling manga in history, bro? What's good, man? He says he's late, coach. That he's late, man. You're all good, my man. You're all good. As he says, comparing these right-hand men to Zoro, the difference in bounty is quite larger. And I wonder how big of a boost Zoro will get after Wano. Dude, I think the whole crew is gonna skyrocket after this arc, man. And maybe not Luffy. I feel like Luffy, just based off of knowing what Teach's bounty is now, I feel like it's safe to assume that Luffy by the end of this arc probably have a bounty similar, so like a 2 bill, or like a 1.8 bill. We have to see what the others look like, but just going off of assumption at the end of this arc and stuff goes down, and like a lot of stuff goes down, and they no longer can, which is going to be the case. The world government is, I mean, they already are looking out for this man, but I think after this arc, they're really going to realize, like, yo, man, we can't sleep on this man anymore. Which I'm pretty sure Instant Messenger Sama already knows because of what happened to Chapter 908. So I feel like his bounty will be between, it will be 2 bill, somewhere around there. Badger says, you say fresh, but he's been in the game for longer than Luffy technically. Had 2 years in the sea when Luffy has less than 1. No, I agree. But what I meant by fresh was that he's fresh into the he's fresh straight out of the how do I put this? He went straight from being a Shibukai to becoming a Yonko after the Payback War. So what I mean by fresh is that he received his bounty, during the time skip, which is like you're saying, it technically was like 2 years, but to me, whenever I think about it in the ways of like the way that they give bounties to these characters, Luffy's bounty continuously went up, and we saw it in the paper, like in his lobby Marineford Alabasta, or not really Alabasta, but whenever he went about something, they raised his bounty. So with that being said, I feel like with Blackbeard, that one event in the Payback War was so huge that in of itself, and Marineford and him having 2 fruits, probably came into all that. Him going out and devil fruit collecting, and just being Blackbeard, and that probably gave him the bounty that he is. And but I'm not sure, like I said before, if this is his first bounty. That's what I meant whenever I said fresh, like directly after Marineford, fresh to us at least. Yo, Laz says that they got it and the movies. What? They've got End of Eva on Netflix? Dude, now everyone that I know, man, because I've tried to push Eva on so many people, and now nobody can tell me, oh, I don't know where to watch it. It's too expensive. And I'm like, nah, bruh. I know you have Netflix. I know you got it, man. So you best watch this Eva greatness, man. Yeah, I'm hyped for that, bro. I can't lie, man. I'm about to rewatch the whole series. So they have it in both English and Japanese? I was in the middle of rewatching the series in Spanish a couple months ago. That's the GOAT right there, though, man. I really do love Evangelion, man. That's that series, dude. I'm so happy about that, man. Now I legit, whenever I get off here, I'm gonna send a text to my friends and be like, I know y'all got Netflix, bro, and y'all know that I've been trying to put y'all on a series because, dude, I kid you not, ever since I got my friends into One Piece, bro, I swear, man, they always hold it over my head. Like, yeah, man, I watched this 700 episodes. I watched this 500, 600, 700 episode series for you. Like now you have to watch like 12 series just to maximize for that. And I'm like, bro, you don't understand, man. I can watch these 12 series you mentioned, but will any of them be as great as One Piece, bro? Like, I introduced you into the GOAT. Are you kidding me? Like, I got you into One Piece. And everybody that gets One Piece, I get into Gintama too. Or at least I try. So like I'm giving them all I have, coach. I'm giving them my heart and soul, man. You know what I'm saying? So I try. And I understand the long series, but by God, it has to be that long. But they always hold it over my head, like, yeah, man. I watched One Piece. You have to watch like 15 animes to make up for it. Like, that's not the way it works, coach. That's not the way it works, man. Let me see. Brazilian Manga History says, I'd say Big Mom has the highest because she's been in the game the longest. But, do you think that length would have, because I feel like with bounties, if said character doesn't do something for a while, then the bounty might stay the same, right? Like it'll just stay at that price for unless the character does something extremely drastic. So if Big Mom hasn't done something that if Big Mom hasn't done something like a massive threatening event to the government in a long time, then I don't know if length would have something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it just depends. I mean, look at how fast Luffy has already gotten to 1.5 billion, just based off of the things that he's been doing, crashing in his lobby and going up into the Marineford and doing everything that he's doing. So, I mean, dude, so yeah, that's what I think it is. That's what I think it is. I think that it's just based on certain events that happen or a certain character or they find out of a certain power or a certain territory that they may have gotten where they're like, whoa, like, all right, we got to slow this down, and they put their bounty up. So it definitely being longer in the game can you can have more events or more territories you could take or something like that. But I'm not sure if just necessarily being in it longer will give you the bigger bounty. But I don't know, yo. I don't know. Let me see. Yo, Karan Brown says, what do you think the corrupted king fruit is? That's an interesting question, man. I've been thinking about, instead of thinking about the like what fruit he has, I've just been trying to think about like what in the flying flagnards has wings. You know what I'm saying? Like what has wings like that? Because when I think of wings like that, I think of like some supernatural stuff, bro. I'm out here thinking about some Constantine. Like, you guys ever watch Constantine, bro? Constantine type of like an archangel type of villainous character in a video game that has wings, but then he has flames too, bro. Like, whoa. So I don't know, man. I would like to see y'all's theories on that. I haven't thought about that in the slightest, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking a lot about what happened in the Reverie and Blackbeard and the designs of these characters, but in terms of what the fruit is, I'm extremely interested in seeing what it's based on. Like I'm excited to see what was Oda's inspiration for. But yeah, I'm curious. What do y'all think that? You said corrupted king. You're talking about Pizarro, bro. You're talking about Pizarro. I'm tripping, man. I'm tripping. Because I went back and I said corrupted king. No, he's talking about Pizarro. For some reason, I think Pizarro's gonna have his own. But at the same time, I would not be surprised if he had like some wacky paramecia. I'll get back to you on that, yo. I'll get back to you on that. That's an interesting question. That's an interesting question. Somebody says, I don't think that the government sees Shanks as threatening as Kaido. And whenever you see a chapter like 907, whenever Shanks just comes up in there into the into the Gorosei's room and has a chat, I can see why you would think that. But I don't know, man. I don't know, yo. I see where you're coming from. I most certainly see where you're coming from. But it's like there's just something in my soul. There's just something in my soul, man, that's telling me that this man Shanks is the highest bounty for some reason or another, bro. I don't know. I don't have a logical answer for you, bro. I'm just going off of my emotions, coach. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you bring up a good point, somebody. I really can't. I can't debate it. I can't go against it because you bring up a great point. But like I said before, Kaido's been captured a bunch of times. He can't die. I mean, look at everything that they've done to this man, and they can't do anything to him, coach. I mean, they're looking at this man like he's a cheat code in a video game, bro. Like, we got to break the game. We got to hack it. We got to hack it as badly as this man's broken because we're not going to be able to beat him. We got to get some mods or something. So, I mean, I see what you're saying, somebody, bro. I see what you're saying. Yo, Michael Mickles, man. Thank you very much for the super chat, bro. This man says, is fire coming out of King's Skull, and how dare you Zoro fans put us through all that Jack versus Zoro hyping for 100 chapters for nothing? For shame. This man said all that Jack versus Zoro hyping for 100 chapters for nothing. For shame, yo, for shame. So to answer your is fire coming out of King's Skull, let's actually go look at the panel real fast. Let's go look at the panel. I don't think so. It doesn't look like it's coming out of his skull. Rather, it looks like it's coming from behind him. It looks like it's coming out from here, from like his shoulder, from like his neck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't think it's coming from his skull. I think it's coming from it looks like from back here. You know what I'm saying? At least that's what it appears right here. I'm not sure, coach. I love these two and their interactions. They're pretty fun. I ain't gonna lie. Well, every time I reread this chapter, I find their interactions funnier, and I find Perona Mihawk's interactions funnier, man. Yo, Perona and Mihawk are hilarious, bro. It was so great seeing them again, man. Perona and mother flipping Mihawk, bro. Mihawk! Like, who would have thought? I'm telling you, bro. If you go into this chapter, like I can imagine somebody binging like One Piece to like the end of Wano or something. I don't think anyone would have expected ending Wano Act 1, and the very first thing you see after Wano Act 1 end is Mihawk. I was like, what? Like, what? What is going on here, Skip? And that's the first, well, not the first time, but it's been a long time, I think, since Oda went about the path of putting a cover page and having that correlate with what actually happens in the chapter. Because we saw Perona from, shout out to Noda Skywalker, we saw Perona, and then we got to actually see her in the chapter. That's fascinating. But yeah, to answer your question, Michael Mickles, I don't think it's coming out of the skull. But at the same time, bro, it kind of feels like it's coming out of the back of the head, man. We gotta get a better angle. But for right now, I'm gonna say it's coming out of his neck because he probably have a strong neck gang. Strong neck gang. But thank you very much for the donation, bro. Really do appreciate it, Doc. Let me see. Yo, you guys brought up the episode 22, man. The goat Oscar. That's a shoot. Episode 22 of Evangelion is a masterpiece, man. That junk right there is a masterpiece. Phenomenal episode. Yes, bro. Fine. Somebody understands, bro. Yo, Shamarks, bro. Yo, Shamarks, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. After you posted that, yo, you already a goat to me, yo. But I'd put a Santa hat on your beard, man. So put Eva in Spanish. Let's go push the agenda, bro. I'm pushing the agenda hard, Skip. There are certain agendas that I push extremely hard, bro. And Eva in Spanish is one of them, man. Ray's poem in Spanish is heavenly, bro. Episode 22 in Spanish, it goes in, man. I'm telling you, bro. Gotta push the agenda, man. You know what's another series that's good in Spanish? Dragon Ball. But that's another thing for another day. That's another thing for another day, man. Let me see. Hazy says, yeah, Rick, I don't think bounty reflects the length, but rather the threat they pose. Exactly. But to the best-selling manga in history's credit, the longer you are in the game, the more of a threat that you can possibly pose based off of certain things. So it goes hand in hand to a certain extent. So it depends. It depends on the character and on the person. Hey, what's going on, Yak, bro? What's good, man? This message taking a break from Monogatari. You know, I gotta watch that, man. I've been told that series has Eva references up the wazoo, man. So I gotta watch that one day. Alpha Forgot I know says, yo, I'm 100 episodes into Gintama and I'm loving it. Thank you for recommending it, King Bro. Yo, man. Go Tama, baby. Go Tama. I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. 100 episodes in, that means I don't know if you're exactly 100 episodes in, but you're around a really, really good portion of the story. Hell, one of my favorite episodes in the series is 111, but it's not a serious episode or anything. It's just the second half of episode 111 is just an episode I like rewatching a lot. As the soul and the spirit of Gintama. It's really, really good. The Griffith no me. The Griffith no me, man. That's dangerous, bro. The femto no me. We've got to relax right there, coach. Super Neva says, hello, do you think Shanks will fight Whoa! Yo, man. Yo, now that's a question. Do you think Shanks will fight Dragon at the Reverie? I'll tell you this. I don't think they will fight. However, if we ever get a panel of them just facing off, that to me is worthy of some godly stuff, bro. Like that to me is worthy of one of the best panels in the series, man. Because those are both of Luffy's fathers face to face. You know what I'm saying? And I think that if they do clash for one reason or another, for some reason, like I had this discussion with Laz, I think it was on his channel. We talked about the possibility of them clashing because they're both of the Reverie over like Empty Throne, whatever the case may be. It's a very minimal chance. You know, you can't just throw it out of the door, but it's a very minimal chance of them clashing or fighting. But if at the very least they have a conversation, I'm all for that. I'm all for that, man. I'm all for that. Monkey D. Kong says, that's a beast name. Monkey D. Kong, bro. Shout out to Kong, man. We got to get more hype on Kong. Pizarro will be some sort of cat zone. A cat zone, yo. That'll be fascinating. A cat zone, yo. I have a feeling that Pizarro is really going to be some sort of zone. Either that or some wacky out of nowhere paramecia. I'm telling you. If Blackbeard is looking for underused double fruits, no, Calm the Walrus just brought up one of the best fruits in the series, man. If Blackbeard is looking for underused double fruits, Foxy needs to watch out. That's a shoot. Can you imagine the Blackbeard pirates with Foxy's fruit? No, me. Yo, bro. Can you imagine, like, legit? I'm like, no jokes here. No jokes aside, man. If this man Blackbeard either he takes Foxy under his wing, or he takes his fruit. Because I'll tell you what, man, that fruit used in cohesion as a battle tactic, as a team, bro. You give anybody that fruit with a Blackbeard, and you just tell them to just put their fist out and say Nordo beam. Bro, they're gonna be in slow motion. Blackbeard walks up to him, quick fruit to the stomach. They're dead. They're dead. Either that or pulls them in with a darkness fruit, bro. Like, that's dangerous. Or stop him, Nordo beam, Shiryu. That's dangerous, man. That's dangerous, coach. Coron Brown says, sorry, I should have said Pizarro. What if he had the diamond fruit? And Pizarro. I never even thought about that. So Pizarro having the Josu's diamond fruit instead of Shiryu. That's interesting. That's interesting. So would that indicate that one day I'll keep that in mind. I'm still sticking with the comment that I saw in the video that stated that Shiryu might have it on his sword, the diamond fruit. I really like that, but Pizarro having it, that would definitely be out of left field, and that would make predictions for who's fighting who in the battle much more interesting. That's for sure. So let's see here. Leandro Tebs actually brings up a Dragon's Brownie. He says Dragon might be worth 10 billion. What do you guys think is like the range here? Like what is the range going here for? Because we obviously Dragon's the most wanted man in the world, but like how far is Dragon from like the Yonko with the highest bounty? Because let's just say if it's Kaido, if it's Big Mama Shanks, whatever, and this person has, I don't know, man, 3, 4, 5, 6 bill, something like that, then Dragon having 10 bill would be insane. It's like I can't rule it out. What I need to see first is what the other Yonko are worth, because I've got to see what is, because obviously Blackbeard is 2.2, Luffy's 1.5, but these other three have been in the game for a minute, and I don't know, man. I don't know. That's interesting, because I would not doubt Dragon having a bounty that high. If he's the most wanted man, and the man is directly against, I mean, WG, or it's less Dragons, but at this point, WG, you know what I'm saying? I would go for Dragon having like a 7 bill. 7 to 8 bill, because I think that Kaido, Dragon, Kaido, Shanks, and Big Mom are in the 5 bill range. And somewhere around there, 4, 5, 6, somewhere around there. If not, then maybe like the 3 to 5 or 3 to 6. I'm going 7 bill for Dragon. I'm going 7 bill. I'm gonna go 7, either 7 or 8. But if he has 10, can you imagine seeing that, bro? That'd be crazy. Yo, best-selling manga in history says Dragon might be worth a blank check. Like, you read it yourself, bro. We'll give you anything if you turn this man in. Can you imagine that, dog? Like, yo, somebody literally in the bounty, it says, you ask for it, you get it. You take this man out, you ask for it, you get it, dog. What? Person who takes out Dragon is like the second to Imp Sama, bro. He's like the second to Instant Messenger Sama, and I'll tell you what, dude. Instant Messenger Sama makes him his personal butler. You know Instant Messenger Sama's personal butler from chapter 908? That's gonna be whoever captures Dragon, bro. I'm telling you, man, the second to the king of the world, dude. Second. By the way, with let's well anyway, I was about to talk about the throne speech that Blackbeard had in this chapter, because with Oda introducing the empty throne in 907, I've been thinking about whether Oda wants to connect the two in terms of having like the empty throne that they have up there in the Reverie as like as a symbol, of course, but we know that a throne is empty in the pirate world as well that needs to be filled, or that everyone's going for, obviously. But there's two thrones, man, and I feel like Oda, with him introducing the empty throne, they're gonna have to correlate at some point in time, which means instant messenger song, whatever. But regardless, man, that's a discussion for another day. Let's stick to this chapter. Let's stick to this chapter. Let me see right here. Yo, Foxy can't die, bro. That's a fact. That's a fact, yeah. That is a fact. Oh, snap. I lost my place. I lost my place. All right, well, let's just go down here then. Yeah, bro, that's true, man. That would mean Foxy is dead. I don't want Foxy to die, man. Maybe that's why he got his own Nebulandia special. You know, they mentioned Nebulandia. I don't know, man. I don't know, yo. Let me see. When Shanks jumps in to protect Instant Messenger and the girl safe from Dragon, bro, really, you gotta relax. You gotta relax, bro. Shanks, if he does that, I'm not gonna lie, man. There would have to be some sort of other ulterior motivation there that we would have no information on for quite some time, bro. Because there would have had to have been something that took place in the past. Either that or Shanks is truly a man of peace. Because I don't care what nobody says, man. I cannot see this man Shanks being a snitch, right? I can't see this man being somebody who has continuously snitched out pirates for all these years, right? I can't see him being the type of dude. From chapter 1, man, this is the man that inspired Luffy, bro. Like, I can't see Shanks being the type of dude. So if he ever does do that, there would have to be some sort of, there would have to be something else that would have to happen for Shanks to want to protect them from. But then, like, what connection does Shanks have to the Gorosei anyway? Like that's another question. Or even to Instant Messenger, some above all things. But I don't. I will. I remember spending that whole day when Chapter 907 came out, man, just thinking about that the entire day, bro. Like I was on some WCW NWO stuff when Hogan ran down in the ring for Sting and Savage, and then the man just leg drops him in the middle of the ring, dude. And you're like, oh, and you heard man's going off in the commentary like, whose side is he on? That's what I was the entirety of the when 907 dropped with Shanks. But now, after things have settled, I'm like, nah, bro. Shanks ain't no snitch, man. Shanks ain't no snitch, bro. There's definitely something deeper, and the man just has clout. That's it, man. Give Foxy the first commander seat, Chief. Hey, man, might as well. If Foxy joins the crew, bro, it's gonna be tough seeing anybody take out Blackbeard. Kidding me, man? With that fruit? Yo, Lacanus, what's good? Lacanus says, you know what's funny? Moria fought Kaido in the past, Whitebeard in the war, and Blackbeard now. Shanks getting the hands next. Yo, that's a big shoot. That's a hard shoot. Moria has been going in on the Emperor since day one. Shout out to Moria, bro. Yo, first of all, this man Moria went up to an emperor's territory. He knows the strength of an emperor. He knows Kaido. Man had PTSD from. This man goes into a Yonko territory and pulls up just to save one of his own men, bro, just for Absalom. Like, yo, I know you got Absalom, man. Pulls up, yo. It's crazy when you look back on it on this chapter because you realize how much Gecko Moria must have truly cared about his previous crew that Kaido demolished. And it makes Thriller Bark that much more impactful to me. In the fact that he has this fruit that creates these zombies that can't die because he's fearful of it of him losing his crew again, you know? And shout out to Moria, bro. On a serious note, shout out to Moria, man. Shout out to Moria, yo. Because I know you're posting it as a joke, but bro, hey, shout out to Moria. Shout out to Moria. Shanks getting the hands next, man. Yo. Flipping stuff, yo. Let me see. Yo, what's going on, Sir Raven, bro? What's going on, my friend, man? Shout out to Noah, bro. Shout out to Noah, man. I hope everything's going good, Noah, bro. Let me see. Sir Raven's a good man, ladies and gentlemen. Sir Raven's a good man. One of these days, he and I are gonna have to play some Super Smash Bros, man. I don't have I need to get a well, I already have the capture card. I need to make sure Nintendo doesn't copyright strike me. If not, then we can do it on Twitch. We can do it on Twitch, bro. Yeah, we'll have to get some games going, Noah, man. Right here on stream. Yumi and I know Laz would like to be a part of that. I'll try to get Black Reaper in that too. Yeah, we'll have a party. We're playing some Smash Bros. So we have 7 billion, 5 billion. Panda Jesus can't see anyone higher than 4 bill at this point. See, it's tough, man, because I feel like with the base of 2.2 bill coming off here with Blackbeard, I don't know how high I really want to go with the other Yonko, you know what I'm saying? Lacana says 15 billion, calling it here right now, yo. Here and now, Dragon 15 bill. Horace says Big Mom 4.5 bill. Kaido 6 bill. I wonder if his bounty will increase once they wage war as they have planned. I think after this war, you guys might be right, man. It might just be a blank check. It might just be a blank check, bro. Let me see. Dragon's bounty will be negotiable and you get whatever you want. Exactly, right? I don't think Dragon even has a bounty. His title alone is enough. His title alone is enough. The most wanted man in the world, bro. Like, if you capture this man, it's over. It's over, yo. You're king. You're king. Let me see. Dragon's bounty unknown. Can you imagine that? It's just question marks. Yo, it's just question marks, bro. Let me see. Dude, it's on a serious note, man. Can you imagine that? Like the world government, their bounty tiers are like, you know how certain people have their their Patreon tiers, right? So like a person that pays like $3, for example, like with the One Piece podcast, right? You pay like $3, $5, you get to get access to like the old stuff that they posted before. 20 for an illustration on usual channels, $50 for I don't know, man, of whatever, and then $100 or 150 is like usually like the big one for a lot of Patreon channel. Can you imagine, bro? Like the world government version of that, legit, bro. On Dragon's bounty poster, it says Dragon, and then right under it, it says a meeting with Im-sama. You can ask Im-sama one question of your choosing, bro. If you capture a dragon, you guys get one question answered from Im-sama on stream. Like you'll be intellectual. Im-sama will read a series of your choosing and put it on here, bro. Like it's Im-sama's Patreon. That is the bounty system of One Piece. It is Instant Messenger Sama's Patreon. That's all it is. That's all it is, bro. I'm shooting right now, man, from the hip, son. Tier 7 Patreon is Dragon, bro. The highest tier possible. Anybody subscribes to that tier, man, you gotta take out Dragon. Gotta take out Dragon and get one question from Instant Messenger Slama. I wouldn't lie, man. I would do it. One question from Instant, knowing the amount of information this man Imsam must have in his head. I don't even know what I would ask Instant Messenger Slama, honestly, in terms of that. Let me see. To be honest with you, if I ever even though I would die after probably asking it, if I could ask Instant Messenger Slama one thing, I would say how he managed to stay shaded out in the way that he did. You know? I would ask him, yo, how did you manage to stay this low key from everyone else on the planet for all these years? Like, how? How, bro? I mean, Instant Messenger Slama looks like a thing I would bring out of the bottom of my bed. Something you would see in a scary movie coming out of like Nightcrawlers or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a spooky character. I just straight up asked him, like, yo, what happened in the Ancient Kingdom? What is the D? What is the D? Instant Messenger Slama, man. And then I don't know if he started pulling down his pants after that. I might, we might have to box. I'd box in Slama on the spot as man starts pulling down his pants, coach. Tell me awesome. What is the D? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Let me see. Warrior. Shout out to Warrior, yo. Yeah, I'm telling you, last man, Shanks is Sting, bro. Shanks is Sting. No question. Shanks is the man who gave Whitebeard a proper burial. He respects the pirate world, man. Couldn't have said any better myself, Michael Mickles. Could not have said any better myself, man. Let me see. I wonder if he'll actually join the Blackbeard Pirates or oppose them. You're talking about Moria, right? That's also an interesting question to bring up too. You know, there's two things, right? Let's bring up two different scenarios. Let's say that Moria ends up joining the Blackbeard Pirates. Can you imagine the zombies that this man would provide as an army for Blackbeard? I don't even want to think about it. That's serious, bro. Like, can you imagine the army of zombies behind an already OP crew filled with these insane devil fruit users? That's tough. That's tough. I'll tell you what, though, man. If Moria does join Blackbeard, it'll be to eventually. It's gonna be towards an eventual goal of trying to get back at. But at the same time, I don't see it, man. And maybe he might join out of fear, but at the same time, this man Blackbeard does the same thing that Kaido did, just to a lesser extent. Like, Kaido demolished his entire crew. Blackbeard he killed one of his people and took the damn fruit. And Absalom. So I mean, he wouldn't want to join forces with that. He already has PTSD from Kaido did. So I don't know. But let's just say, okay, so one in one scenario he joins. In the other scenario, if he doesn't join, I think that would make things very, very interesting. Because let's just say that Moria doesn't join, but he still wants to go and take his talents over to Wano Beach. Let's say that man, he makes a decision. You know, right now he's like LeBron 2010. Is that, man, do I go back to the Cavs? Do I go back to Miami? I remember at the time there was something like Chicago, Detroit, New York. And this man Braun said he's going to take his talents to South Beach. Let's just say Gecko Moria takes his talents to Wano Beach. And whenever he goes there, he takes a zombie army with him, and they provide an opposing force into the war, or they provide an assisting force to Luffy and Kid and them, and the entire alliance, and taking on Kaido. I mean, that would definitely be helpful for sure, but I just feel like that additional thing appearing at Wano, like that additional individual would make things a lot more unpredictable than they already are. But I don't know, man. Because I kind of feel like now that he's here, they're gonna force him into joining his crew. But I don't know, man. Blackbeard's not even that type of dude. Like, I don't take Blackbeard that type of dude either. Like, he's just asking me, like, yo, man, you want to be part of the crew or not? And if they don't, he waxes them. You know, like what we saw with Ace, bro. He'll wax them. But, hey, man, you respect it. I respect your decision, dog. You don't want to join, that's cool. Let me see that fruit. Let me see that fruit, dog. You know what I'm saying, man? That's the way I take it. That's the way I take it. This man, Blackbeard, you know, anybody who hates Blackbeard but loots in video games, you deserve to be ashamed of yourself, man. You deserve, because this man, Blackbeard, is just a looter, bro. If your looting skill in any RPG is a 99 and you hate Blackbeard, you gotta look yourselves in the mirror, Skip. You gotta look yourselves in the mirror, because this man Blackbeard's looting ability, his entire crew's looting ability is 101. And so you better put some respect on Blackbeard's name, man. Because I know we've all been in that situation in the game, man. I don't care who you are. You play an RPG game, and you go in there, and you see somebody say, and you like what they have, bro. And and they go up to you, man. And you have the choice of either joining them or you pull them into their loot. Which one are you doing, Coach? Which one are you doing? That's all I'm gonna say, man. Because you already know what you're taking. All right, you already know what you're taking, man. Let me see. Colbert Marquez says, Recon, will you attend the biggest Hunter x Hunter live cast on Black Manga Critics channel? Yeah, man, I would definitely love to. I know that I saw his post on Twitter, and I was really, really interested, because I was like, yo, man, let's talk about Hunter x Hunter with a lot of individuals in the community would be really, really cool. But even if I'm not able to join, just being able to listen to it would be awesome sauce in of itself. But if I am able to join, man, that's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be a lot of fun, dude. This man Enigma says, what if Shanks just came to Marineford to save the hat? Yo, relax. Yo, I've never heard that before, bro. I've never heard that. I've never heard that. Bro, can you imagine Shanks? Shanks is he's chilling, bro. He just got finished clashing with Kaido, man. And you see, he hears that Luffy has invaded Impel Down and is going to save Ace, bro. He pulls out one, man. He's like, you know what? He pops it open and he's like, F Ace, I gotta go save that damn hat. I gotta go save the hat, bro. Like, regardless of whether you meant that as a as the thing into like the hat having significance, like the hat in their mighty jaw, or whether that was like a troll comment saying that he went to go save the hat, like as it like, yo, that's my hat. Like you know how we get, man. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Somebody steps in my shoes, bro. I kind of get offended a little bit. I mean, I ain't gonna flex, man. That's my shoes, especially if they're new. This man Shanks has the same thing about his hat. If somebody damages that hat, we're gonna have some problems. We're gonna have some problems, bro. He's probably just sitting back. He's like, I ain't letting that happen. Ain't nobody touching my hat. Let me see. I'm telling you, Kogami, it's the Messenger Sama's Patreon. The bounty system is M Sama's Patreon, bro. The most wanted man in the world, wanted on dead. Wanted on, bro. Can you imagine that? Like it says only dead. Only like how Lakana says right here. I don't know. Sonya's bounty was alive only. What if Dragons is dead? Oh, like we don't want this dude's body. Just kill him. Just kill him, yo. If you bring me his body, you're getting the reward, son. You're getting the reward. That's crazy. That's great. I like that. I like that. That would actually be really, really cool. Just to hype up Dragon and the Revs. That's beast. That's beast. I like it. I like it. I'm all for it. I'm 100% behind that theory now, bro. Dragon, the most wanted man in the world, wanted only dead. I love it. I love it, yo. Northside Z said, "Where's the MVP of Marineford, bro? Listen, where is the main man, Crocodile, man? Where is he, bro? Actually, I was having this conversation with a couple of people, and they told me, because we were talking about who the business partner at the end of the chapter, with King and Queen, that they were talking about, the business partner that they're now going to try to, excuse me, they're going to try to build some relations with after Dofi's defeat. And I saw some people bring up some interesting facts on Dofi wanting to create a business relationship back in Marineford with Crocodile. And I was like, yo, if it ends up being Crocodile, that would actually be really, really cool and a really nice way to introduce him back into the story. I saw that in the One Piece Defense Force in the in the comments, and I was like, yo, that's a really, really cool concept in a really nice way. I believe it was Naki was the one that said it'd be a nice way to introduce Crocodile back into the story, because I've been trying to think of a way to introduce Crocodile back into One Piece, because I really like Crocodile, man. He's really, really fun, really awesome character just to have around. And I mean, he made Impel down in Marineford, like just all those characters being a part of it, Buggy, Mr. 3, Crocodile, Jimmy, whatever. All of them together just made it fun with their interactions. But Crocodile specifically, I mean, him going after freaking Whitebeard, it caused for some a beast moment. Him and Dofi, especially after Dressrosa and looking back on them and reading that, it's just such a cool interaction, man. And then his awesome interaction with Daz Bones, or Bones D as, like, really, really, really cool character. And that would be a really nice way, man. That'd be a really nice way to have him introduced back into the story. But if it's not Crocodile, who do y'all think that the business partner is? Because assuming that Oda is talking about a character that we've seen before, I've been trying to think, like, who in the flying flag nurse is that? Is that business partner? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. If Moria gets killed, Blackbeard Pirates gets his fruit. If he joins them, they'll go to Wano and work to take down Luffy or Kaido, whoever they want. I think they would take down both, if or not that they would do it, but they would work to just inflict chaos. Like, screw it, man. We're gonna start firing on all cylinders. Both of them. Michael Mickle says Luffy's holding down 1,000 shadows easy. Easy. Yo, that's big facts. Big facts. Derek Rivia says, yo, shout out to the raid, and says, Goofy, as you can be recon, you're the best, man. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. It's just, you can't, bro, when the situation presents itself with with the possibility of this man Shanks with this man Shanks possibly going after the hat, bro. Yo, but I'm telling you, bro, that's a really, really funny scenario, man. You can't help but be goofy, bro, when you see something like that, man. I'm telling you, bro. But I appreciate it, Derek, man. I hope everything's going good for you, dog. And I hope your situation got better too, man. I remember talking about that last time. I hope everything's going better for you, my friend. Badger says, I'll be looting on ores all day, every day. Bro, on ores, that's a fact. That's a shoot. What? Blackbeard's making gains and taking names. I love it. I might have to put that as a note somewhere, yo. Blackbeard's taking gains, or making gains and taking names. Shout out to Blackbeard, bro. Blackbeard brings back old Whitebeard captain, commanders, and allies, including Thatch and H. Whoa. Whoa, bro. I'm not going to lie, man. That would cost for some very, very emotional moments. But I just... See, I would be half and half in a situation like that. It would have to depend on how Oda did it. Because I wouldn't want, like, an Edo Tensei situation. I'm not going to lie, though, man. It would be really, really cool to have Luffy, Ace, and Sabo fighting together in the manga. But we're trying to stay logical here to the series. And even though that would be a very, very fan servicey filled, and it's not like Ace would have his fruit, but and it would cost for an emotional moment, no question. with like Ace and Tama. Actually, I feel like a lot of plot points would actually be coming full circle if that would actually happen with Ace and Tama and with Wano and whatnot. But at the end of the day, I feel like it just depends on how Oda does it. Because like time travel, it's probably going to end up being a very, very controversial moment. Because One Piece is the one series that we always say that when something or a character dies, it dies, and it's not coming back. Their will be inherited after that. So it's going to be tough for I think us as a community to wrap our heads around a concept like that if Oda were to go about it. But the thing is that he's already laid the foundation with that character, with that ability already being there. You know what I'm saying? With the zombies and bringing the bodies back with like horrors or whatnot. But if Oda would do something like that with Ace and with Whitebeard, it's like I can't write it off because seeing Oda do something like that would be insanely out of this world. But I would have full trust in Oda they could execute something like that and really make it work. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go with that because it's gonna be a hard pill to swallow for a lot of us. I'm not gonna lie, especially for those of us who have been on record saying that reanimation was a big part of why like the final arc of Naruto wasn't what or well to me there was certainly some really awesome reanimated moments that were emotional moments like Itachi and Sasuke their final moment Minato's and Naruto's. I mean for the emotional moment aspect it's phenomenal, but I feel like it worked there because reanimation was established so early on. And I think it could work in One Piece too because the concept of bringing zombies was introduced back into the bark. I don't know. Maybe it's because I've been in the community for so long and I know how we would feel about something like that. But I would have full trust in Oda. If he does it, I'll see it through because I know it's gonna have some very very emotional and cool moments. But if he doesn't do it, then he just doesn't do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna stick with that, man. Because, like I said, it would be a hard pillow for us to swallow as a community. But I think it would prove to because the foundation has already been laid for for something like that to happen. Then just going based off of that, Oda can definitely do it and make it work as long as he executes it properly, which of course he'll do. He's freaking Oda. But yeah, man, that's quite some food for thought. Thank you for bringing that up, Shar the Dank. Thank you for bringing that up, yo, because that's quite a bit of food for thought right there. This is my best manga history says Shanks really let Ace die for a hat. Hey man, Shanks can do whatever Shanks wants to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? He can do whatever he wants to do. Skip. I wonder if anything. Yo, once again, shout out to Jazzy Fairy for the awesome pudding profile picture. Yo, Jazzy Fairy says, "I wonder if anything will happen to Perona when she finds Moria." In terms of like is like a danger, how her like if her life will be in danger. Is that what you're going for? Like if anything will happen to Perona and her well being when she finds Moria? I don't think Perona would have to worry about her life. Just based off of her I mean her fruit is definitely something that would be I mean, the Blackbeard Pirates that they're if that's what you're talking about, right? Like the Blackbeard Pirates would be after her for her fruit if she went after Moria. They could definitely use an ability like hers, but I don't necessarily know if they would do it. But I don't know because they do go for the underused fruits. But just on a personal, on what I think would happen in terms of the narrative, I don't think anything would happen to Brona. I don't think anything would happen to Brona. Yo, Maze, thank you very much for the donation. As I continue to tell you every time we have these streams, I always enjoy your profile picture. Bring a smile to my face every time I see it, yo. The Botan greatness. Maze says, take my money. Hey man, listen, yo. I really do appreciate it. But what I will say is that that's exactly what the world government is saying to anybody who captures dragon. To anybody who captures dragon. That's all they're saying. They're pulling up the Futurama take my money. But thank you, Maze, yo. I really do appreciate it on a serious note. Thank you very much, yo. Like I said, I always enjoy your Botan profile picture. Thank you very much for the super chat. Yeah, I really do appreciate it on a serious note. Let me see. Last says all they want is an IG pic, and they'll send the reward via PayPal. No question. Sending it via PayPal and probably in some RuneScape money or something, man. You already know how we do. Yo, Less Than Truth, what's good, yo? What's good? Enigma Masker says, or maybe the possibility it's alive only for Dragon. Not dead only. It could work either way. But I feel like Laconis was saying, because we've already seen the alive only, just to add more of like that wow factor to Dragon, the dead only would be like not only with whatever the Flagnar's bounty is going to be, but also to see the dead only, especially after what he pulled here in the Reverie. Yo, man, we gotta talk about. I swear, after this, because I'm actually liking the way this flow is going. I'm not gonna do my regular thing, which I go through the chapter. Because I like the flow of the conversation we're having right now, and continue talking about certain things that can happen. But on a serious note, if I do end up being able to record a video before the next chapter comes out, I do want to talk about what I think happened during the fourth day of the Reverie, because I have a lot of notes that I want to go over for that, because I feel like that's going to be a very, very important day in general, not only just for that clash, but also for certain other events that could have happened on that day as well. And it's mainly gonna be like a fan fiction type of like what I think happened, but also what I would have liked to happen. But if you guys are interested in that video, just let me know. It's something fun, something I would like to do. I don't know what type of way I would record the video. I don't know if I would do like a trollish type of way, wearing a suit and like reporting it as like a broadcast on ESPN, or if I would just legit just come on like a recon piece and do it. We'll see what happens. It just depends on the mood. If I feel like if I find some heat in my brain and my brain is working, man, I'll actually do like what I did for the Wano Act 1 overview and do it like that. But if I feel like trolling, man, I'm just I'm gonna come on here in a suit, bro, and do what I did for the Reverie predictions. We'll see what happens, man. I don't know if I'll do the video, but if I do, yo, what's going on, Eric, man? Yo, shout out to Eric, yo. Everybody, by the way, I'm gonna leave a link right here. I have it. I was gonna leave it in the whenever I finished the afterthoughts, I was gonna leave the link in the comments, but and in the video itself. But we're going to be doing on the Red Force podcast a really, really fun episode, episode 50. And it's going to be, I'm not sure who exactly are going to be, all the guests are going to be in it, but it's going to be really dope, having a lot of us members in the community coming together on that podcast to be able to talk about the greatness. But I would like y'all to participate in the voting process that they're having for this set event, and it's right here. It says the best of One Piece 2018, and I'm going to leave you guys a link to the video, and in the video itself there is a link to a Google Docs that will allow you to vote for your favorite chapter of the year, your favorite meme of the year, your favorite guest from the year in the Red Force podcast, your whether Shanks is the God King or not, and those type of questions. And it was a really, really cool thing. It actually really opened my eyes into. I already knew this, but opened my eyes and seeing how many good chapters there really were this year, man. I was like, good God, like I already told y'all that I'm planning on doing that the best chapters of the year stream at the end of the year. But bro, whenever I started actually trying to vote for one, which I did, and I'm not going to reveal what I voted for, by the way. I'm not going to reveal what I voted for best chapter of the year. But I thought of the chapter, and I said I'm gonna vote for this one. And but it really made me think. I was like, man, and when the time comes at the end of the year, We have to vote for what the best chapters of the year are and eventually get to a one. It's gonna be really, really tough. Really tough. But I'm gonna leave this link in the comment section for you. It is the video to the Red Forest podcast, and that video where he brings up the best of One Piece 2018, and in there once again there's a Google Docs document where you can vote, like a form of sorts, and vote for that right there. Let me see. All right, let me see something right here. That's right, it's Crocodile, baby. That's the return. Crocodile. Derek Arivia says, yo, bro, no, man, I love this comment. Screw everything I said before. Screw it. Listen, man. Listen. I'll take Crocodile. No question. You guys know I'll take Crocodile. But yo, Derek just said, I think the business partner will be Buggy D. Buggy D Clown. I'd love that. That'd be a fantastic way to insert Buggy into this. Dog. Derek. You did. Hey man, I'm all for it. I'm all for the crocodile Buggy thing, man. Y'all did it. Go. That's all I'm saying, man. That's genius. That is genius. Buggy as a business partner. It makes sense. Just knowing how Oda has handled his character up until this point, post time skip. Perfect business partner. Perfect business partner, bro. Let me see. Yo, Anscar, what's good? Anscar says Foxy Pirates talked about Pirates Island with Nami, Zoro, and Robin during I believe it was chapter 306. I remember seeing that on Twitter. Somebody posted that was the last time the Pirates Island was brought up, and I was like, man, dude, that's fascinating. That's something that was brought up all the way back then. I would now come into play in the 900s, and let alone Blackbeard being introduced again. But I think it's fitting that Blackbeard is the one that is taking over the beehive on the Pirates Island, because Blackbeard is the most pirate-like dude in the entire series. So it just makes sense to me. As he says, it's the world government being the business partner. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that, honestly. Does Kaido still have an ace up his sleeves? I see what you did there, Jex Rads. Yeah, I see what you did here. Yeah. Let me see. Mike Knight says King has the devil fruit with those wings. That's fascinating. Having like a devil angel demon know me, especially here in the Ogre Island. That's interesting. And then just based off of what we've been speculating with what King could be, in terms of if King is of what King is going to be with with Magellan. Like, a lot of people have been saying that the King has some sort of relation to Magellan. He has a uniform, the same type of uniform as like Shiryu and Magellan had, and whatnot. So it would definitely be interesting in seeing if he had a fruit that truly was like that, like a true mythical fruit, like an Akuma Akuma no Mi. And for that to be under Kaido, can you imagine that, bro? For an Akuma Akuma no Mi to be under that of the dragon no Mi that Kaido has, that's fascinating. I haven't heard that, so shout out to you. That's really, really cool. Dofi wants smile fruits. There's 3 people smart enough to make them. Vegapunk, Judge, Caesar. I think it's Germa. That's true as well. Lacanus brings up a great point. It could very well be the Germa. That's one, and he did say there was a newly acquisition business partner. It was a business partner that they just recently started, having dealings with. So, assuming the Germa did make it out of Whole Cake alive, that could very well be the case. Yeah, that's another good one, man. See, this is why I love doing these streams. Yo, what's going on, Christian, bro? Christian says, here we can look forward to episode 50 of the Red Force. Me too, man. Me too. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. Just being able to talk about the greatness and talk about the best that we've had this year. Because there's been a lot of greatness. And just based off of, let me see. I think that it's I think by then there will be no more. By the time we record that podcast, will there be any more chapters coming out in the year? Because by then, legit, we'll have all the chapters out at that time. But I'm not sure if that'll be the case. We're just be able to talk about all the chapters and the memes and the fun stuff that happened in 2018 for One Piece. It's going to be a blast, man. So I'm looking forward to it. Like I already had a lot of fun last time I was on the show, so this one should be a blast. It should be a blast. I'm looking forward to it, yo. Um, yo, Jexrad says Jack, Queen, King, and Ace. Might as well be. You know what I'm saying? It might as well be. You know, I saw some people saying that Kaido is the actual Ace. Um, in terms of like you know, yo. Speaking of that, I really after seeing this chapter, Queen and King, I'm so happy that Dofi was called Joker. Like he's the unpredictable card, bro. It has nothing to do with the game. He's just Joker, bro. I just thought that was great. Panda G says, I think Oda says he doesn't like reviving characters. It'd be super dope, though. Yeah, exactly. Is there an article out there saying that Oda doesn't like reviving characters? I'd probably have to see it. I just got past the comment where Maze Maze says, take my money. Yo. Shout out to Maze Maze, man. It's that Botan profile picture. Let me see. Yo, Hara sent it to me. Found the comment where it says that he hates the revival of the dead manga. Send it to me. Con the Walrus. This is an interesting question. I was thinking about it too. Con the Walrus says we didn't end up seeing the OG Blackbeard crew in this chapter. You probably have already knew, but I just realized we haven't seen them. And in terms of like the origin of what you were saying and them not being in the crew, that's for sure. That it was curious how there was only Pizarro, Devon, and Shiryu. But I think the real question is if they're not on the Pirates Island, then where are they? I mean, we know the last time that we saw anything from the Blackbeard Pirates was the clash that they had in Baltigo. But where are they now? You know, like where's Lafitte now? Von Augur, Doc Q, Sun One Wolf. Like where are the rest of the Blackbeard Pirates now? That's very interesting food for thought because I mean, we saw what Lafitte did in his initial introduction. I mean, just popping up into the Mari Joa, chilling, chilling, bro. Lafitte was like, yep, yeah. That was so beast, man. That was even more hype for the Blackbeard Pirates than I already had. And so, yeah, man, they legit could do anything. They could do anything, man. Let me see. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with the Blackbeard Pirates, bro. Willie Fernando says, "So funny if King and Queen versus Zoro and Sanji fight in the same stage. That would be cool. Just especially if it's like a real deal tag team match where they have to use each other's abilities in order to take out these two characters. Like they have to, and we know because we like it seems like King and Queen do have the type of relationship that Zoro and Sanji have, where it's like a playful rivalry type of relationship where like we know that they care about each other, but we know they're close enough to where they can mess with each other and call each other names and whatnot. So having a tag team match like that would be awesome sauce, man. Some of my favorite stuff in terms of Zoro and Sanji in their battles was the tag was whenever they tagged up in the Davy Back fight, and that wasn't even a serious battle. That was just a fun match, and that was really really nice just having them actually work together, bro. Like I love stuff like that. That's why I really liked the battle at the end of Thriller Bark, dude. Having all the Straw Hats go in on one character. That's why for so long I was looking forward to the Kaido fight because I felt like the Kaido fight would be like an old style Final Fantasy boss battle, having all these dudes coming at one person. You know, man. So It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting, man. I'm looking forward to it though. I'm looking forward to seeing how Oda decides to go about it. But if they do a tag team match, that'd be awesome, man. Has he brings up an interesting question. Well, hold on, before I read that, I think there's a super chat up here. Yo, Sergio, thank you very much for the super chat. He says, I just need to say that that Kaido is a dragon, yo. That Kaido is a dragon. Hey, that's a shoot. I real deal cannot debate and or discredit what you just said, man. That is factual. He is a D-Ragon. He most certainly is a D-Ragon. Thank you very much for the super chat, bro. I appreciate that. You just need to say Kaido's a dragon, man. Ah, crap. No. Oh no. Come on. Aha. All right, cool. I got it. For some reason, my thing stopped. There we go. All right, I can see the comments now. There we go. Okay. Oh snap! No, not only can I no longer see the comments up there, like apparently they stopped and then like reset right here. Let me see. So if I miss somebody's comment, I truly do appreciate. I mean, I'm not I appreciate it. I truly do apologize. Um. Oh, you guys want me to post the link in the chat again? Did y'all get it? Oh, I see it right there. I see it right there. Just let me know if you didn't get it, and I'll post the link again. I'll post the link again. Let me see. Rosinante27 says Recon Zoro's Sharingan is gonna be used against Invisible Shiryu for the first time. Yo, man, listen, bro. Zoro's Sharingan Eye with the bandana is gonna smoke Shiryu on sight. On sight, bro. And that's with Shiryu having the diamond fruit on his sword or on whatever he wants it. He could even have it on his jacket. Give the diamond fruit to his jacket. His fresh, because you know Shiryu be looking fresh, man, with that prison outfit. Even that's getting waxed, bro. Bandana Sharingan Zoro? Get him out of here, man. Yo, Michael Mickles, man, thanks a lot again for the super chat, bro. He says, having Zoro and Sanji 1v1 on Yonko commanders would put the strides too over. Too early for the crew members to be sporting billion berry bounties. Dude, can you imagine that? Both Zoro and Sanji sporting bills? Yo. Having Zoro and Sanji 1v1 Yonko commanders would put the strides too over, man. Yo, man. Let's do it. I'm all for it, bro. If we're gonna start putting people over, we're gonna start putting people over hard, man. Sanji Reitsu gonna go in like swimwear. You know, I was joking around yesterday in the Xbox party. We were playing at Nuketown 24/7, and somebody brought up the fact that Zoro is gonna end up using the four sword style, or like multiple swords, and it got me to real deal thinking. Like I know we were trolling on that, but I was like, yo, Zoro implementing something like the Ashura, but with his hockey, but to like to a higher extent would be so cool, man. Especially in an arc like this, to have like to truly get into what the Ashura is in terms of like either seeing it again to a higher extent or like seeing something similar to that. I don't know. It would just be really cool in an arc like Wano that's already has so many connections to Japanese mythology and whatnot. Having a move similar and or something like a higher evolved version of Ashura would be really nice to see as a final attack from Zoro. But I'm pretty sure Zoro's gonna have a lot of beast techniques. Tev says, I don't know if I should vote for 895, 907, 909, or 925. At least I know your top four now. And those are all fantastic chapters. Fantastic chapters. Shard the Dank says, if any of you are Kingdom fans, sub to live via satellite, less than 100 away from 100K. Definitely sub to live via satellite, man, if you guys are Kingdom fans. Really, really nice, well done reviews. I really do respect live via satellite. I watched his review for the chapter 579, I think it was, for Kingdom, because I was trying to find somebody else talking about that amazing chapter after I read it, like while uploading the video. And I found that video on his channel, and I was like, yo, shout out to you. Can always come live via satellite for bringing the heat for the reviews. So definitely, man, shout out live via satellite. Definitely, if you're a Kingdom fan, subscribe to that dude, because he goes in and he's consistent. He's more consistent than me, that's for sure. So shout out to live via satellite, man, for the Kingdom greatness. Con the Walrus says Im-sama's intro was so goat. I real deal think that Im-sama just as a whole might be my favorite thing about this year. And it's tough, man, because there's been so many amazing things that we've gotten this year, just in terms of moments. Like, in terms of overall chapters, it's a whole different discussion, but in terms of just moments, Instant Messenger Sama just existing has had such an impact on me, man. It really has. Because it's changed everything for me, bro. Like, even 907 with the final panel with Shanks talking to the girl, say that in and of itself is huge. But then that brings up an implication, like, what kind of connection does Shanks have to Instant Messenger Sama? Like, does he know he exists? Does Blackbeard know that Instant Messenger Sama exists? What did Roger know about Instant Messenger? I'm like, it just brings up all these questions, man. And God, I, like, all the time when I just think about One Piece, bro, like it's a lot of the time, I'm like, who is Instant Messenger Sama, man? Like those 3 chapters, 906, 907, 908, so much to think about. So much. And now 925 is a similar chapter to that. Like, so much you could just process and just think about the future of the series just thanks to that. Reverse Podcast puts, we were just talking about Buggy being the partner. Dude, I'm telling you, that'd be awesome. That really, really would be cool. Like, I just either him, either Buggy or Crocodile. I know Laconis brought up a Germa. That would be really, really dope. Yeah. The King really says, King really, I just wanted to say you're my favorite One Piece YouTuber. Yo, King really, I really do appreciate that, dog. That really does mean a lot to me, man. Because there's a lot of really cool and awesome YouTubers out here doing their thing, man. And I appreciate that. That really, really, I'm humbled by those kind words, man. Because I'm literally just a dude that comes on here and just talks about the greatness, bro. That's it, man. But I'm really, really happy that I was able to sit down with y'all today and do the stream, man. Because I feel like it's always nice. I mean, doing something like the Wano Act 1 overview is awesome for getting your thoughts out for stuff. But just coming out here and just shooting the breeze, man, with y'all about One Piece, bro. That's why I created the channel, man. That's why I created the channel, bro. Just talk to other series, to talk to other people about this awesome series, bro. So, but thank you very much once again, King Rayleigh, man. That means a lot to me. Trinity on Mob says, what are the odds of the Grand Fleet showing up on Wano? I would say the odds are 1-1. Like, there's no question that these dudes are showing up. I would say that the Grand Fleet shows up on Wano, like I said, like 99.9%. I have them showing on Wano, for sure. Jesse Ferry says it would be great if it's Buggy. Frank Francisco says, Oda kept his promise of surprising his readers with every single chapter. This year, he truly has. And Oda does it a lot. He's done it a lot to me in the series. But this year in particular, bro, from chapter 890, which the anime is about to hit next week, if I'm mistaken. I haven't watched the latest episode, but I think that from this year starting at 890, to 925, there have been so many points where this man Oda has shocked me. Even to the simplest of things. For example, I did not expect Luffy and Zoro to meet up that early in the arc. I did not expect freaking Kaido to show up in the manner that he did when he did. And that's just small stuff, bro. Like, you want to talk about bigger picture with cliffhangers and huge reveals, that's another thing. Another thing back in Whole Cake, I didn't expect the element of the way that Katakuri's flash just that entire chapter 902, the entirety of chapter 902 in Whole Cake, with how Oda handled wrapping up the Katakuri and Brule stuff, along with how he wrapped up putting in Sanji stuff. All of that to me caught me so off guard, but I was so pleased. I was like, "This is amazing, great stuff." But just even the smallest of things, Oda has been shocking me. I mean, he broke my ankle so many times this year. They're weak. I have weak ankles. I gotta start hitting the gym soon or something, man, because my ankles are weak after Oda has been Allen Iversoning them all year, dude. It's been crazy. Mugiwara Gaming says a gargoyle. Yeah, are you talking? You're talking about a king, right? Wildfire. Hey, that'd be interesting. Having the gargoyle know me. Shout out to the Gargoyle show, man. I used to watch when I was a kid. Um, Hazy says Robin versus Devon would be amazing. Ninetales versus Flower. I always took a Nami to be the one to take on Devon, but now that you say that, the Ninetales versus the Flower no me, that would be interesting. That would definitely be interesting. I had never really thought about that. Like actually having the ability against the ability. Because for some reason I always took like Nami to be the one to, especially after the favorite card with the information Blackbeard Pirates. But hey, thanks a lot for putting that. I never even thought about that. Yo, Smiley Chuan, what's good, yo? Yeah, shout out to Smiley for having a goat profile picture, man. Shout out, like legit. I was caught off guard whenever I saw it in the in the in the comments because it's odd, right? When it comes to One Piece, when it comes to fan art, most of the fan art that I see, I tend to see it like on social media. Like I don't go out and try to find some random really cool fan art. I usually just like just come across it. So whenever I saw that fan art, I was like, man, people are really talented. I follow a couple of artists on Twitter that are really talented at One Piece fan art, and God, they just shock me with how good they are to staying true to Oda's proportions and some of the faces, and like incredible, man. But the thing I'm trying to get to is people have amazing talent when it comes to fan art on One Piece, man. And it's insane. So yeah, shout out to your profile picture, yo. Static Static says Robin versus Devon is like the counter to each other. They both similar laughter to each other. That's also interesting too. Like for for so long, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be Nami versus Devon, no question. Y'all are on the Robin versus Devon bandwagon here. Yo, sorry, Tommy, what's good? It goes well. It goes well. Glurack says, bro, imagine what the last chapter of this year might be. Oda has been massive hype train and could finish it off with a banger. I don't even want to imagine, bro. Remember what he did last year before he ended the year? He gave us the Sulong transformation and then proceeded to give us Big Mom in with the I always call it the fiery hair form. You know, whenever she's super skinny and lands in front of the freaking straw hats, man. That was some crazy stuff, bro. And that's how he ended last year. So we're about to start Act 2. I'm wondering how he's going to do it. I wonder how he's going to end off this year. I mean, that's going to be, like you said, the entire year has already been crazy enough. What does he have planned for the true final chapter of the year, man? We'll see what happens. Lagana says, in Big Mom's crew, Katakuri is king, smoothie queen, crackers jack, and not snack. Yo, did you were you trying to rhyme that? Regardless, but Perospero would be ace. What if Kaido's ace is X Drake? I feel there's a Drake song on that, man. But regardless, if Kaido's ace is X Drake, that would be fascinating because a lot of people associate the Alliance's ace, as in our ace in the hole, to be Law and his ability, like Law's ability. Because I feel like a lot of theories are based on what the Opi no Mi could do to help us in this scenario. So, and I'm pretty sure we all can come to a conclusion that we all want X Drake and Law to meet up after the Corazon flashback. So that would be interesting. Having both of them be the aces of their respective things, even though we know what Law is just based on Dressrosa. But I'm just saying, I think it would be a nice little touch to have those two going at it as well. But Kaido's ace being Drake is interesting. I like that. We would just have to see what it is that X Drake is doing for Kaido exactly. I mean, we know that he's been going into like swimwear, but I want to know what it is that he's truly been doing. I really want to see him again, X Drake. I feel like it's been a while. Shiryu looking like M Bison. That's true. That's mad true. Jago Su says, so Big Mom is coming to Wano and also Shanks is in Reverie. In terms of like Shanks being in the Holy Land, yes. I'm not sure if he attended the Reverie. I highly doubt that. But in terms of him being in the Holy Land, yes. And then Big Mom is definitely on the way to Wano. That is what that's what Blackbeard stated, man. And we knew it was coming from chapter 907, but having Blackbeard stated again is like Oda telling us, like, yo, strap in your seatbelts. Strap in your seatbelts because listen, your boys, or I should say, your boys and girls are coming up in like swimwear, man. Big Mom is coming in strong. And I was talking about this once again in the Xbox Live party, but I was thinking, how cool would it be to have Katakuri, Luffy, Kid, and Law all fighting together? I've always associated like all of them to have like that cool factor to them. Like Kid's a legit cool character. Law to be like a character that has a really cool design, cool demeanor. And Katakuri, I legitimately freaking just be like a beast character, right? So they have like all of them fighting together on the battlefield. Just having Luffy and Katakuri fighting together on the battlefield would be so cool. I know that when Big Mom gets here, we're all supposed to be like an opposing forces, but I feel like after Luffy versus Katakuri, there'll be like that mutual understanding between the two, and I feel like that's going to cause for a pretty cool moment. But yeah, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there, yo. Let me see. Most certainly, Big Mom is coming to Wano. Well, actually, let me go and ask you all that. When do you think Big Mom gets to Wano? Like, when do you think that happens, and what happens after that? Like, Big Mom gets to Wano, and then what then? Like, how does she get there? In terms of, and when I say how, I mean like how she got there, like in terms of a boat. So I'm like, how does Oda implement her into the story? Like, whenever she gets there, what then? Because obviously chaos will ensue. What is going to be like that event? Like, does she show up to the fire festival, or before that? Like, do they wait for the Strats to get there? Or does she show up mid-battle of Onigashima? I don't know. I don't know, yo. Tevz brings up a great point. He says that the only thing Wano hasn't delivered was that samurai vibe. We haven't focused on the samurai that much yet. Hopefully, Act 2, we will learn much more about them. I think after the way that this chapter ended with Ashura Doji and Inarashi, because I feel like we've definitely gotten our bits and pieces of samurai and overall from about Japanese culture, but you're definitely right. We haven't touched upon strongly on the concept of samurai. So possibly, especially as I believe Act 2 will mainly be here in Wano. I think we'll learn more about them. Cross says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how strong is Im's crown? 11. Instant Messenger Sama's crown is on the same level as Zoro having the bandana. Luffy put in the hat and taking it on his back, and you see the veins falling out my man's head, yo. Listen, man, veined, wide-eyed, pissed off, hat off the head Luffy is waxing anyone. Yo, man. And I know he got one-shotted by Kaido even with all that. But I'm talking about the future. I'm talking about the future, man. We're looking at the future together. But yeah, man, no question. Instant Messenger Sama with the crown. That's an 11 on how strong he is. Yeah, no question. Hazzy says, I feel like we'll get that samurai vibe once we see what Zoro's doing. That's a good point, too. Especially Zoro's going off by himself and doing his own thing. Yo, my boy Speak. Adada. What's up, Speak, man? Yo, speaking of Seek. Speaking of Speak. Speaking of Aokiji and the whole Adada thing. I wonder when Oda's going to introduce that plot point, because I know back in Dressrosa was when we first got introduced to the possibility of Aokiji being a part of the Blackbeard Pirates. When does Oda plan on bringing that back into the story? Because when he does bring back Aokiji into the story, and when we see whether, like, what is his intentions of whether he's with the Blackbeard Pirates, whether he's just associated or aligned with the Blackbeard Pirates, how Oda goes about that, I'm interested in seeing. Because that's freaking Aokiji, man, you know? I need it, man. I need it in my life, bro. I need Aokiji in my life, man. It's been a while. So that'll be nice to see. That'll be nice just to see. Let me see right here. Talking One Piece is always a great idea. No question, Yak. No question. That's real talk. Here comes ago. That should have a million subs. I appreciate that, Michael Mickles, man. I appreciate that, bro. Goku-san says, where my boy Weevil at? Yeah, that's a good point too, man. Weevil, I'm pretty sure. I mean, of course, if we expect Wano to be this as big as we're expecting it to be, there's gonna be some unexpected people showing up. But I feel like Weevil, if we don't see him here in Wano, then that's gonna have a connection to what Oda has planned for the next arc. But if we do see Weevil here in Wano, Weevil and Marco and Blackbeard, those three and their interaction in Wano is going to be something to look out for. That'll be something that is going to be one of the most at least for me, something I'm going to be is like on near the top 10 list of things that I want to see happen in Wano if all three of them show up. It's just a simple interaction between those three characters, Blackbeard, Weevil, and Marco. Just knowing the history and what all three of them want and what their goals are. And, Marco with revenge on his mind, Weevil with both of these dudes in his mind, and Blackbeard just simply wanting chaos, bro. Seeing Marco again, probably making fun of him, probably bringing up like what happened to his crew. And then with Weevil, like, you're Whitebeard's boy? Yeah, I would love to get interaction like that. Super Warpath says, can't wait for Jinbei to hit the Wano shores. That's gonna be beast. I can't wait to have Jimbo Fisher, man. Too much college football. But I can't wait for Jinbei to come to Wano as well, just to have a really nice cover page or a volume cover or a color page with all the Straw Hats in it. Seriously, that's gonna be super dope. Because even though we got the volume 91, which looks really beautiful, by the way, volume 91's cover is really, really nice. But having that with Jinbei on it, man, be set. Be set. Lakana says, yo, it's confirmed the Grand Fleet will show up in chapter 800. The narrator at the end says they will play a role in a very big event. That event is Wano. And more likely is going to end up being Wano. But I agree with you. I agree with you on that. That's why I believe that they're going to show up like 110% as well. Why does my nose itch so much, man? It's got to be something in the air. Because I like earlier on today, I was sneezing like a madman, man. I have no idea still why, bro. I mean, I know my allergies are really bad, and I know that it's like it's in the air and it's crazy, man. But God Almighty, bro, it's itching. I mean, look at my nose, man. Like you can call me Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer out here, man. It's crazy out here, Skip. Speak says, the fact Moria is around Teach now, Teacher will promise Moria's revenge on Kaido and swoop in for that Zoan matching his Jolly Roger, bro. Yeah, the thing is, with that is that even though Kaido did more damage, Speak, in terms of to his crew, he took out his whole crew, Blackbeard still killed Absalom and then gave his fruit to one of his men. That's disrespectful, dog. I love the Blackbeard Pirates. This is why I love them, because they do stuff like this. But in terms of the way Gekko Moria is looking at it, I wouldn't join them. I'd probably have to be forced into it, or like the initial concept of what you're saying, like a bargain deal or something. Because just wanting to join for just revenge on Kaido, if I were Kumar, I want revenge on Blackbeard right now, you know. But it's just we'll have to see what happens there. King is gonna have the rum fruit and the power of the second command of the Black Organization. Yo, speaking of that, when does Conan come back? Because I know that we're gonna get the Kyoto arc in January in the anime. That's gonna be awesome. But when is Conan coming back? Yeah, me too, Yak, bro. I miss the Japanese Sherlock. And I haven't even read the latest case. I'm tripping, man. I gotta read the latest case. Did you see Big Mom landing on the ship in the anime? She was looking scared. Nah, dude, I haven't watched the anime episode. I gotta watch it, man. Joyboy asks, what are your thoughts on the whole Shichibukai situation? It might not even be abolished. I heard Oda said Wano is going to be unpredictable. Oda did say that. Or at least I saw a comment that was saying that Oda said that. That Wano's going to surpass lower expectations, go beyond imagination. For some reason, the very first thing I saw that, or I heard, or I thought of when I saw that was Instant Messenger Sama versus Beyond Imagination Sama. But on a serious note, with Oda saying Wano's going to be unpredictable, don't doubt this man. Don't doubt this man, bro. But in terms of the whole Shichibukai situation, this is what I think it is. And I was going to bring it up on that other video, but I might as well dive into it a little bit. I think that the concept of abolishing the Shichibukai was brought up. But after the clash with the Revolutionary Army, that was postponed until further notice. Because I feel like before they came to an actual decision, this clash took place. And thus their attention had to revert towards the Revolutionary Army. And they're going to have to wait to make a decision eventually. Which is why Mihawk says there was an interesting topic that was brought up. Not that was confirmed, not that was acted upon or anything like that. It was just simply brought up. So, and also the Reverie might not even be over yet. You know, it said, according to Blackbeard, the fourth day had just taken place. So it could very well be in the fifth day. So, yeah, I feel like right now the Shichibukai are good in terms of where we stand in present time. I feel like the system might not even be abolished. So that's just the way I'm looking at it. Panda G says, end of the third or fourth act, Big Mom gets to Wano and causes chaos. And I can see it at the end of the third act too, just based off of Kabuki Plays, according to the website that I was reading it on. The third act usually at the end has a really surprising reveal. It's huge, apparently. So if the end of the third act is huge and Oda wants to just base that off and pay homage to that in the truest sense, then the end of the third act in Wano is going to be insane. So it could have Big Mom, hell, Blackbeard, like it's gonna be crazy stuff. So we'll see what happens. What's going on, King Drago 101, bro? What's good? Tryhard says, hey, did you see the new volume cover? I have. It's beautiful. It is really, really beautiful. Jazzy Fairy also says we'll see Big Mom Slip in Act 3. Let me see. Wine Smoker RTX says, I don't care when, but I need to see Katakuri and Wano. You know, I've been feeling the same thing, dog. Like, it's going to be really nice having all these characters, even though we just got the whole cake. It's going to be nice just in case Oda decides to have them work together for a little bit, man. I would love to have some panels of Katakuri and Luffy fighting together, you know? Hazy Devil says, wait, is it possible that Aokiji still has some connection or insight with the world government? He could act as Blackbeard's way of knowing world government intel. Well, we know that, I mean, that's also an interesting point on how Blackbeard is getting all this intel, right, that he's getting. But at the same time, knowing that Mihawk knows what he knows, that means that stuff is just being posted in the papers. You know, Big News Morgan is going ham if they wrote, my boy, the bearer of big news. Yo, my boy, bro, the bearer of big news, he is going ham, man. He is going ham, bro. I'm talking about, yo, he every single day daily uploads. daily uploads, man, with clickbait thumbnails and titles and all. Morgan's ain't faking. He ain't faking, bro. He's going in, bro, to the fullest extent. Let me see. But yeah, going back to your initial thing, definitely. Well, I would say he definitely still has a connection, but I don't know if he knows what's going on inside. I feel like Aokiji just if he wanted to, he could, but I just feel like he just doesn't want any part of that for right now. At this point in time, holy crap! This man, Michael Michaels said Aokiji was the pirate Shanks was talking about at the Reverie. Even though I don't think that's the case, I've never heard that before, man. Aokiji being the pirate that Shanks was talking about at the Reverie. Watch out! Watch out! Let me see. Yeah, man. Abimanu brings up a very interesting scenario. Like the comment says, Wano arc is very tough to even make theories, and I feel like this is extremely true. But at the same time, I feel like that's what makes it so interesting. It's the simple fact that the Wano arc is very tough to make theories on, but it just makes you want to make even more theories based on the fact that it's very difficult to make theories on because it's so unpredictable. There's so many things that could happen, but it's great because it's unpredictable. Because like we could just sit here and just talk about the greatness, but we know that Oda's going to break ankles anyway. So it's great. You ever thought on how Cracker hard counters Blackbeard because he has to touch someone to take the Devil Fruit power, and Cracker's in biscuit armor? Hey, that's kind of true, right? That's kind of true. Like real talk. That is kind of true. Hey, what's going on, Ashutosh? He says 2 hours is a Brago length stream. Yeah, man. Shout out to Brago, bro. They go ham, man. Like I have a lot of respect. I mean, I've always had a lot of respect for the way things are done on Brago's channel, man. But when it comes to just length of streams alone, so much respect, man. Because I'll tell you what, man. When it comes down to, especially for the early morning streams, I don't know what time, like people go to work or whatnot, man. But I'll tell you what, bro. If somebody's waking up at like 8 or 10 in the morning to go to work, and they end the stream at like 6 in the morning, dog. I've been in that scenario before. When I first started doing YouTube, I used to do that regularly, man. Sometimes on like Saturdays, like going into work on Saturday, on Friday night, because we used to do Friday night discussions on my man Northside Z's channel. He was just here in the comments. And those things used to go into like 3, 4 in the morning sometimes, man. And I would go to sleep, wake up after sleeping like 2 or 3 hours, and go to work the next day. But I enjoy doing it so much because I got to talk about the greatness. So I understand where they're coming from on there, man. And I have a lot of respect, bro, because I know how it is. I know how it is, man. Going on for like 6 to 8 hours talking about greatness. It's fun, man. If I ever end up doing another, because I did a really, really long, I think the longest stream I've done on this channel. Well, no, I'm trying to think of like the longest stream I've ever done. I know I did a really, really long one on the old channel. That was like 4 hours. I think on this channel it's either I think it's the ranking the arc stream. Which, by the way, I'm doing it. I'm next year maybe I'm gonna do another ranking the arc stream. So I'm gonna have a whole different crew of people on that I want to have on the next time for ranking the story arcs. But I don't know if I want to do that after Wano or in the middle of Wano. I'm not sure. Let me see. Yo, what's going on, man? Right here, it says, dude, I'm from Brazil. Yeah, shout out to y'all. What time is it over there right now in Brazil? Let me see. What's work? Yeah, I know, right, man. What is work, yo? Let me see. Could I share your channel for my Brazilian friends? Well, absolutely, man. Absolutely, yo. Panergy says, weren't those power ranking streams like 6 hours plus? That's what I'm saying, man. The power ranking streams, that they would. I feel like a lot of those streams are those, like the long ones are the power ranking ones. That's crazy, but it's dope. It's dope, man. It's always a lot of fun. Do you think they will do the Vinland Saga anime justice? It's tough for a series like that. It's tough for a series like that because it's so hard to bring a series like that to life, man, without censoring stuff. I give them the benefit of the doubt because they've done a great job with Attack on Titan so far. But we'll see what happens after the prologue. If they do the prologue really well for Vinland Saga, then I'll have high hopes. But the prologue's probably gonna end up being like the whole first season anyway. But we'll see what happens there. Lakana says Wano arc 3 plot twist. Robin gets arm in hockey, becomes admiral level instantly. Instantly, yeah. Instantly. Zoan says, bro, it's 5 a.m. in London. I got school too. Yo, Zoan, man. Thank you so much for being here, yo. I really, really do appreciate that, dog. Because I know how that feel is. I really, really do, yo. So thank you very much for sacrificing your sleep for being here, yo. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, yo. I really do hope that you manage to stay awake in your classes, yo. I really, really do. Let me see. But yeah, man, I'm gonna end this here in a little bit because I gotta get some food before I go to bed. I ain't gonna lie, man, I'm hungry as flag nerds, man. But it's hard to stop talking about the greatness of One Piece whenever you start. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we'll go on for a few more minutes, and then I'll end it, and then tomorrow we're gonna be doing a Hunter x Hunter stream tomorrow for a just talking. I gotta react to the latest chapter, and then we're going to be going through the last couple of chapters, and then the overall like last couple of chapters for Hunter x Hunter, the last run, and then we're gonna go over some topics. Like I read today that Togashi's latest comment said that he already has his storyboards done for next chapter, so we'll have some predictions, and we'll talk about that tomorrow for sure. But before that, let me go ahead and read. Let me see what y'all are seeing right here. Um, what previous message you're talking about, Horace? Yak says, "Yo, Rickon, what if Blackbeard needs to have a devil fruit of each type to meet the requirements of a specific goal he has? I don't know what that goal would be, but I thought it was an interesting thought." I mean, it definitely is interesting that Blackbeard is trying to get a lot of very unique and different fruits, right? And at first, I was like, "Yo, this man's just trying to get as many fruits as possible." But Blackbeard's a very meticulous person. We know how long he waited for the darkness fruit. So with that being said, if he's doing that for the rest of his crew as well, you might be on there something, Yak. You definitely might be onto something there. Ashutosh says, "Hey Recon, Shanks talked about a certain pirate a few days after Absalom is found in Blackbeard's base. There could be something there. This was brought up by Dritz. Yo, shout out to Dritz, yo. The neck gang. The neck gang, yo. Let me see. But he says that Shanks talked about a certain pirate a few days after Absalom is found in Blackbeard's base. There could be something there. Interesting. That is definitely some food for thought. For sure. Let me see. Yeah, anyone touches Robin, they need to go down. Hey, that might be a shoot, yo. That might be a shoot. And then Michael Bickle says, "Has he out there preaching? I'm still mad at NL." Yo, that was a long time ago too, dog. That was a long time ago. Oh man, but yeah, yo, going over just final overall thoughts for the chapter. I thought it was an excellent chapter, man. I mean, how could I not? It was phenomenal. Just having Blackbeard return, just having all these characters return, and seeing them for the first time since like 2010 for a couple of these like Mihawk and Blackbeard, but also just the way the chapter flowed, man. I mean, starting off right off the bat with Perona and Mihawk, and bringing up certain questions there, really awesome character interactions. Going back and seeing Gecko Moria, bro. And then we see the Blackbeard Pirates, some of their new acquisitions and their fruits, big revelations by Blackbeard himself, going back to Wano and progressing that plot as well. My girl Tama's alive and well and in like swimwear. That was dope. Those stuff with Ashura Doji and Rashi, man, having them clash. And then having the conversation between Kinemon and Ashura Doji, and how I'm gonna make you come to be loyal to us again. And then I saw a comment saying that in the video that Ashura Doji already sees Odin in Luffy. So just being able to just that in of itself shows that there's definitely gonna be something there in the future for us to play on, and it's gonna be an emotional moment whenever they eventually do get to that. That's gonna be really, really cool. But yeah, man, it was such a fantastic chapter, and then ending it off with seeing the two calamities for the first time, the king and queen, man, that we'd all been talking about and speculating. They have such cool designs, really nice double page spread. It's overall such a fantastic chapter, man, and definitely for me one of the best chapters of the year. It's gonna be hard. Like whenever you get a chapter like this, it makes it even harder to do this chapters of the year stream. But I will do it. I will not be late this year. Last year I was really, really late for the chapters of the year stream, but this year I'm gonna do it on time, man. But for sure, yo, once again, for anybody who's watching this like after it's gone off the air and it was not like the normal afterthoughts, I apologize, bro. I wanted to go with the flow of the conversation, man. I was having a blast just reading the comments and talking to y'all, bro. I just said screw the regular format of going back to the chapter and doing it page by page. I just want to talk to you about the greatness, man. I've been dying to talk about this chapter for the past couple of days. I've been doing nothing but being out and coming home and then going out and coming home, man. So just being able to come on here and talk to y'all about greatness was what I really, really needed, dog. So thank y'all so much for allowing me that and for providing so much awesome sauce, so many great comments. There's so much like food for thought, discussions, and it was really dope, yo. It was really, really dope. But great stuff. And then when it comes down to what I'm planning on doing this week, once again, Hunter x Hunter, later on, or tomorrow at around the same time, 10 o'clock. We're gonna be doing Hunter x Hunter. And then if I get an opportunity, I really want to record that recons piece about the fourth day at the Reverie, man. Because I'm telling you, I got a lot of stuff cooking in the noggin, man. And I want to talk about it. I want to talk about Dragon. I want to talk about the Revs. I want to talk about the Admirals and certain things that could have happened that fourth day, man. I need a little bit longer to work on the script and work on certain things. But at this point, I feel like I really am going to do this video. But if I don't do the video, then I apologize. I apologize in advance, man. But yeah, yo, for sure. Let me just read a couple more things right here. Enigma says he'll be there for Hunter x Hunter tomorrow for sure, yo. That'll be a lot of fun. Let me see. Badger says next chapter we'll be getting some Zoro action. Hey, I wouldn't doubt that. It'd be nice to see Zoro next chapter. Let me see. Lacana says Hunter x Hunter was absolute greatness. Looking forward to reading it. Looking forward to reading it. And it says, we're going to get to catch up to Unpromised Neverland. I know, man. I know I got to catch up to Neverland, bro. It'll be done eventually, man. It'll be done eventually, yo. It'll be done eventually. Yes, I have. Ace PDL. I have read Hokuto no Ken. Absolutely fantastic manga. I have to read the Fist of the Blue Sky. I need to read Fist because I've been told by people I've read Hokuto no Ken The Fist of the Blue Sky's even better. So I gotta read that. Yo, Solar Glitch, man, thanks a lot for stopping by all the way to the end, yo. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a peaceful night as well, my friend. I hope you have a peaceful night as well. Let me see. No, that's not factual, Leandro Trebs. In terms of not feeling the Promised Neverland, the thing is that when I have the time to dedicate to doing a certain video, right, I need to think about what it is that I'm either in the mood for or what I need to get done for the channel. So right now, I've been on like the Tower of God. I need to put it out there, type of thing. And then One Piece has been insanely goat. So I've been wanting to do videos on that. Then I like doing my Hunter x Hunter streams as well. So yeah, man, that's the reason why I haven't done Neverland in a while. But I will be getting on Neverland eventually, man. Like I said, because I really, really do like the series. If I didn't like the series and I didn't think it was greatness, I wouldn't have it up here, man. Flipping flag. Let's get this dropped. It's the same thing I have with I amend this. It's the same thing I have with Seven Deadly Sins. Like I like Seven Deadly Sins as well. I'm just gonna get back on it. On the greatness, man. But yeah, yo, man. I will see y'all next time. I hope all of you have an awesome sauce of a day, man. One Piece greatness. I will see y'all tomorrow for Hunter x Hunter. And that fun discussion that'll come from that. But thank you all very much for giving me a fun little discussion here for One Piece, man. This was a blast, dude. Just being able to talk with y'all and having back to back a bunch of conversations stemming from a whole bunch of different scenarios and whatnot, bro. Just I gotta thank y'all, man. Like I always do, bro. But seriously, man, thank y'all for supporting the channel and for coming by and leaving behind your comments, man, because a lot of y'all are really, really brilliant and bright when it comes to coming up with ideas. And I really do appreciate that because it allows me to like, whoa, or even other people in the comments, like, man, I hadn't thought about that or something like that. So it's really, really cool, yo. I hope you have an awesome sauce for night. Peace. Go get some food if you haven't. Go get some sleep if you haven't. And if you're about to go on with your day, man, I hope all of you have a blessed night. And if you're going to sleep, I hope you have a blessed night, yo. I hope you have a good one, man. One Piece greatness, baby.